Good morning, good morning. Let me see if this mic working. Give me a second. Get some people on. It's Monday, man. We got a big day. We got a big day. We had a good weekend. My kids had a 3-day weekend. They got to sit in, be at home, and spend some family time. Let me see, can I find this? Hope I ain't messed that up. Oh man, I gotta start all over. Oh, so about that. Let me make sure y'all can hear me, man. I'm sorry. My daughter. Yep, y'all got me. So let me get to it. Good morning, man. You know how we do it. Give honor to the Most High for blessing us to wake up, to be better, do better, have better. Be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion on this Monday. You had a good weekend, so now I ask him to protect you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, put a hedge of protection around you and your loved ones. That's how we start. That's how every morning I start my morning, man. I get up at 3:30, 4, and I start getting it, man. You know, I got to work out, get that spiritual health, and I get that physical health. Then I mental. This is my mental, man. Get on study after that. Get my study on, learning about stuff, reading. Then I'm trying to apply things. And then I get that financial. This is a financial channel. You know what I'm saying? This is a common sense channel. But we talk about finances and things. I want to get into like fatherhood and talk about families and stuff like that. But you know, people are different. Everybody raised different ways. Came in this world different. I've been in the military, man. So I met some people that been through some things. You know, you think you know, but you don't know. Oh, let me see something. You think you know, but you don't know. Yeah, you think that you know what because you've been through something. You think it's thinking the same way with your family, but it's not. I don't know why my oh, I'm tripping.
I said, they, yeah, I see the nice car.
I'm getting to
Here's
it.
something.
You got to be deep.
Here's something. If a person has,
Well, yeah, there we go. We're gonna get started, get the show started. You see the stuff, man. Economics starts with the family first. You know what I'm saying? But I want to start this show off. One thing I know for sure, two, uh, that one thing I'm gonna let the man say, then I'm gonna speak on it. This is a fact right here. No matter what I say, no matter what I show you, but let me show you this right here. If you is this person, it doesn't matter what I do. It don't matter what no one tell you.
an unrenewed mind, I don't care how much you try to encourage them. I don't care how much you try to motivate them. If they didn't take the initial steps to want to be motivated, to want to change, to want to be inspired, well, listen, whatever you said in their right ear will move straight out to their left ear. You cannot make an adult change if they don't want to change. I'm trying to help someone tonight. I'm trying to help you tonight. Okay? Now watch this now.
One more
Verse
time.
21
One
of
more time of what he just said. If a person's mind ain't ready to receive it, you take a horse to water, but he ain't gonna drink. He won't drink it. So
something.
one more
If a
time.
person has an unrenewed mind, I don't care how much you try to encourage them. I don't care how much you try to motivate them. If they didn't take the initial steps to want to be motivated, to want to change, to want to be inspired, well, listen, whatever you said in their right ear will move straight out to their left ear. You cannot make an adult change if they don't want to change.
Cannot.
I'm trying to help someone tonight. I'm trying to help you tonight. Okay? Now watch this now. First,
So that's it. So no matter what I say on this thing, what I show you, if you're not ready to change, if you're not ready to receive it, it don't matter. It don't matter. No matter what. So the ones that it ain't for, oh, let me see if this right. The ones that's doing it, it ain't for you. I understand. No hard feelings.
Money. Y'all don't making no connection.
There ain't no hard feeling because I already know you're not gonna receive it. So that's it. That's it. So we're gonna get it started. I told you family is more important. You saw that economic starts with the family. That's a real talk right there. You can't. Let me get it.
Middle class black people.
My daughter took some pictures over this weekend.
Understand is that
Let's go.
you have each other, you have your family, you have yourself, you have your friends. I don't know if you have anybody else, and I hope that you'll hear me when I say that. And I know that some people are going to push back, but I don't have time to sit and argue with people that are half my age and have 1/10 of my education. I'm not saying that I'm right. It's just like you can have your whatever opinion you want, and if your strategy works better than mine, then by God, you should do it. If whatever you're doing is working, if whatever you're doing helps you sleep at night, makes you feel empowered, makes you feel happy, helps you feel like you're really where you want to be, then by God, by all means, you should not be listening to me. You should be doing what you're doing. But the reason that you're frustrated is because you haven't figured out the solution. And I haven't figured out all the solutions, but I can tell you one solution that I know works pretty damn well. It's taking care of your kids, taking care of your family, educating yourself, building some wealth, focusing on you. Focus on you, and don't spend all your time focusing on what some random white lady said in a park. Who gives a damn what this lady said? This lady don't pay no bills in your house. She has no power over you unless you give her power. And when you give someone all your attention, you are giving them power. That's what you're doing. I've seen many videos of people ranting and raving about what this white lady said, as if somehow these white ladies' words are made out of gold, that she shits out medallions or something, and that somehow we must honor her by giving her all of our time and attention that could be spent building that black-owned business. That time could be spent reading a book. That time could be spent collaborating with people you love. That time could be spent with your kids, but you're spending your time worried about what some lady said about you in a park. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. What does matter, though, is when you see these black kids coming out of high school and can't even read. What does matter is when little black boys are getting shot up in the hood. What does matter is when your cousin got sent to prison because nobody took the time to love him enough to help him become the best man that he could be. Right? That's what matters for you. This lady's words don't mean shit. Excuse my French. I'm done cussing. Thank you guys for listening. I apologize for using profanity. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for listening.
We should be focusing on other things in our family. Like I said, economic start in your family. We should be focusing on, if you got yourself together, how's your nephew doing? How's your niece doing? You know what I'm saying? How can you put your family issues aside and figure out and say, it starts with family. You know, back in the day, my grandmother, man, rest her soul, Linton Moten, man, she kept all of us. My grandmother had 10 kids. Each one of the kids at least had 2 or 3 kids. We was all at the house. She fed us, clothed us. My grandfather was blind. You know what I'm saying? When we went in the morning, the house, we had to get up in the morning, go to school. If we didn't stay over there, everybody met at my grandmother's house. My grandmother would respect us and check everything. You know, me and my wife laughed. I used to have to wear T-shirts. I wear T-shirts to this day because my grandmother would tell you, boy, you're going to catch TBs in your ass. I didn't know what TBs was. To this day, my wife said, I said, yeah. She said, why you wear T-shirts? I said, my grandmother said you're going to catch TB. She said, baby, that's tuberculosis. How you going to catch? I said, I don't know. I just listened to what she said. Because she checked us. You ain't had no damn T-shirts on. You had to get back home, put a shirt on, and go. You know, a lot of things with family taught you things. You learned things because they had your best interest at hand. We done got away from that. We got away from that. We all in our own little silo trying to figure out things, and we losing. We losing a lot. Our kids losing a lot. Like you said, old boy, in the beginning, I can't teach no grown person nothing. You grown. That's what you do, but the children. Your children want out this door, and the things just keep on going and going, and we never break that damn thing. Generation, whatever. That ain't gonna say that curse, that lack of knowledge, that limited mindset, we never break it. So I get on here and talk, man. I'm saying a lot of this stuff I have talks with my kids, stuff that you listen. I got stuff, man, I go over with my kids, and then the videos I send it to them, and they might not look at it because they want little 10 daddy going too long. I don't care. We're gonna keep on going because one day their mind is gonna say, hey, I need something. I might not be here. One day they can put on that thing and say, man, let me hear what my dad was talking about. My nephew, he going through, or nieces, they going through something. They can say, man, when they mom and they dad and all they friend, none of their friends can reach them, they can say, I'm tired of being tired. Oh man, my Uncle Keith. Let's see what he was talking about. My friend that's going through something, he might get tired, be tired, he can't reach nobody. God ain't talk to him, and he said, man, let me go see what my boy talking about. I know he loved me. I know he got, let me see what he talking about. I couldn't receive it then. I'm jealous, envy, whatever it is at the time, but this time I need. And it might be one of my words that I gave. Because your mind wasn't ready to receive it. It might not even be him. It might be his child. I used to train people, man, train people in the gym. And I used to tell them, they be like, man, I think. I said, no. I said, now you take what I give. My voice is being heard. My training is going to be, what I showed you, you're going to take it and give to somebody else. I'm not teaching you to get your body. I'm teaching you a lifestyle. I'm teaching you something your mind is going to last you. And you're going to take that and you're going to give it to somebody else. It's just like my voice traveling. My skills traveling towards someone else. That person that needed that person that never worked out in their life, and they said, man, my dad, nobody saw something, man, this dude came. I done trained people like that. I done worked in the gym with guys that don't even have a relationship with their dad. I'm showing them, even just how they grab the ball. Hey, man, you grabbing that ball too light. You got some soft ass, you better grab that ball like you mean. Like, see, just something simple that is grab hold of like many conversations with I had. I ain't new to this. I say, what you say? You ain't new to this, true to this, but that's it, man. So it just wants somebody to get understand. But family, I tell my kids, I say, listen to hear me clearly. I say, God put us together for a reason. We don't know the reason. I don't get to pick you. You don't get to pick me. You might be mad. I want another daddy, but it's on the other end. I didn't get to pick the child I want. If we was all in line, I had to pick. I don't know. Some of y'all wouldn't get picked, man. There'd be some different picking in that, boy. I could probably say you wouldn't pick me, but obviously I wouldn't pick you either. But we here, and he put it together. So what we need to do is work together, be together, go together. I'm here to encourage you, to help you. I tell my kids, I'm not here, I'm not your enemy, but I'm not your friend. I'm trying to train you, teach you something. I want to teach you resilience. I want to teach you how to be a solution, how to solve a problem, be a leader. I ain't trying to teach no management. I don't care what nobody else does. I don't care what they say. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've been around. Most people ain't even left their state. They ain't even left the city they're in or state they're in. I'd have been around. I've been around different people, different coaches, all that. Most people just talking. Most people don't want to read. Most people at the time. So here, listen to me. I'm trying to show you something and show you a way. I don't know all the way, but it's a way. So when all that stuff start piling up on you, like saying you coming out you young, you 20, you might have a great 20. I tell my son that your 20s might be great, but they're 30s. That's what I'm looking for. When them 30s or 40s, when the time ain't right, I want you to hear my voice over everything. I want you to hear it and tell you, hey, you ain't bad. You good. You good. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. It's the place you at right now, but it don't mean you gonna stay here. Remember what we talked about. Get that plan. We got plan action. Put it in motion. See that when you talk to somebody when they're down, they can have that. They can believe that. I've been there. When you sitting there in the dark and you sitting there trying to figure out, and you on your knees, and you sit up there, man, how can I figure these things out? And you have no way. And that voice come over you. That's the Most High. All praises to the Most High, man. So you ain't got to listen to me. But anyway, we're going to get to this. Woo, Trump to say he threw a monkey wrench in this, boy. He threw a monkey wrench in the game. And I know this is going to affect a lot of people that I know. And I'm sorry, but yeah, he threw a monkey wrench in the game, boy. He going to affect my
about businesses. Let's talk about African American business. Told you about Hispanic business owners. Told you the money they're making. Told you digital is still easier. Told you about Ben Charlie 1. That's 4 years. Why is this important? What does this go into? Donald Trump sends student loans to collections. You know that's a title. They're going to milk it. 9 million people face wage garnishment. Now, many of these people are like, I would quit my job. I would do A, B, and C. Baby, they taking Social Security, disability checks. They're taking it all. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Starting Monday, defaulted student loans will face collection up to 15% of their wages garnishment, which is around the same 15% that is for child support. Tax refunds withheld completely, Social Security payments. This affects 5 million defaulted loans and 4 million in late-stage delinquency. Now, my personal opinion, some of these people who are like super like, I ain't never gonna pay, they don't leave the country. They're gonna spend half their time in Mexico, half in Europe. There's a guy who they just had a money video, and he been over there basically hiding out because he was in bankruptcy. That's all it was. He just gonna hide out. Okay, he's not gonna pay. They showed a bunch of other people too. They were living in other places because they were like, I'm not gonna pay that. And sometimes the reality of the amount is so harsh. That person doesn't want to face like, hey, if I could just work 2 years and get myself out of that debt, cool, it's over with. It's 2 years and it's over. Some of these people are like, nope, I ain't even doing that. Because they don't want to. It is what it is. But all this stuff is compounding. If you don't face it now, you'll have to face it later. That's why I'm laughing, because some of these people think they're going to get Social Security, disability, anything happens, they're not going to get it. We have those people, okay? Let's keep it pushing. Okay, if your credit score is 760, you lose 171 points overnight. That's make you 620. You'll still lose 87 points below, right? It's bad news. Ways to fix it. Now, again, I'm not advocating for all this, but I'm just saying loan rehabilitation, default resolution group, pay, basically make 9 payments on time. You're gonna pay.
I did those things, man. Back in the day when I wanted to get back in the current with my student loan, I had to pay those to get back in the grace with it so I can start paying it. Basically what it is, I'm gonna let her finish, but we need to come up with a plan. This is happening. You know what I'm saying? I called 2 of my kids and said, hey, I already got the email there. It's happening. So why don't you jump ahead and see? We always reacted to things. We never proactive. I say, why don't you get on it and start calling, make a plan. Don't let them do it. You go be proactive and do what you got to do. The thing I have with this, and I'm just going to say mine, I'm not speaking about nobody else, because I know it's got people who got student loans, 100,000, 200,000, and these people are not doctors. These people are not doctors, and I'm sorry, but this is what he's doing is happening, but you can recover from this. You can. But it's going to take some work. It's going to take you planning, and that's what it's all about. A lot of this stuff, people are not intentional about things. You're not planning. You've seen it. It's overwhelming. Life is overwhelming, and you take a hit like that. I know that's a big hit right there. But I'm going to tell you, we get car notes that we pay $1,000 for car notes. Hey, now, you go get a car note. You done paid that car note $1,000 for 7 years, but you don't want to pay this student loan. And now you're going to be forced to. See, but it's not about the student loan. And I'm going to let you go. It's about, like you said, the credit score. It's about your debt to income ratio. It's about those things that is holding you back. It's about being responsible. I was talking to my daughter. She said, well, Dad, I know I owe it. I said, that's the best attitude to have right there. I said, I'm telling you something because I had student loans. I put student loans on my kids when they wanted to go to school, and my wife had student loans. And I paid it all off. I paid it all off when I wasn't making no money. I'm telling you, I was intentional that I had to have, because I had a plan, because I wanted to be in a certain position. I realized where I wanted to go. I tell you that all the time. What's the best? Hey, first, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a vision, you're just gonna skip out, but it's gonna be forced. I know family. I know husband, wife, their kids, all of them got student loans. See, that's what I mean. Entire families. This is family. Economics starts with your family. How can we get on the same page to understand being responsible, being this? Because I tell my kids, whatever you did is always waiting. Right when you want to get your life straight, right when you want to do things, it's going to tap you on your shoulder and say, you can't forget about me. You need to address me. But me and my ex-wife broke up, man. I'm telling you, I tried to go get an apartment, and I had apartments. We broke up. I had apartments in her name, bills that she put in my name, and in my name, and I had to take care of those. I remember I couldn't get no apartment. I had to pay it. I'm like, man, I'm mad at that. I gotta take care of it. Don't matter who did it. It affects me. And see, that's that part right there, that mental part. A lot of this stuff is really just been in your own way, and I said, you know what, this is what I gotta do. I fussed and cried over it. Now, I hollered and screamed, and nobody ain't said, now I got to take charge and take over, because nobody comes to help you, man. And see, that's when, and most of y'all want to be with our family. I'm telling you, that's the whole impact right now. Family. Me and my wife, we take family. Me and my wife right now, we take care of her mother. Her mother-in-law, We there. We 20 every day. My wife is over there doing something, feeding her, taking her. She got another daughter. We are over there because we believe in family. Helped raise my nieces and nephews, family. But you got people that's takers and givers. You got people that's takers and givers. They get to there, just give it, just envy, jealousy. But see, at the end of the day, it's just family. Because one thing again, we don't get to pick our family. We don't get to pick. The Most High put us together for a reason. Now, friends are different, but family, you don't get to pick your family. And I tell you one thing, we tell you what my family, hey, we forgive you, but we ain't gonna forget. I tell my kids that I'm a petty ass person. I'm not gonna forget, but I forgive you. But we gotta address the issue. You know what I'm saying? So we all got problem with family, but we gotta address the issue. We gotta, because at the end of the day, things about to be, I'm telling you, we about to go back to this family thing. So right now, it don't really matter. I tell my wife that right now. My niece and nephew, I've been through this. I've been living here. I'm come from a big family. One thing I love about my family, I mean, our cousins, we tight now. Our parents never got involved in our business. Man, we used to fight and all that. They never crossed over that line. We had to figure it out. That's why we still tight. But I know I've been around families that, especially women, I'm sorry women, but they get it all into the children's business. Now the children they raised by themselves. Now you struggling over there. Then you're embarrassed because you want to be better. Look at her kids, man. It's just crazy, man, in our community. And we look, like he said, we worry about what somebody else said. White people said, well, you need to take care of your own business at your own doorstep. Because it's at your doorstep. And you're going to need support. I'm telling you, things about to get tough. But we can overcome it. We can overcome it. You can overcome it. But you're going to have to sit down and come up with a plan. And we're going to get into it, but I'm going to let her finish thing. But I'm telling you, and people that you follow, that's why I get on here. You are following some people in your family that's sitting here faking it. They have no reason to be, that you should be following because they have no idea because they're not responsible. They not responsible. They up and down all day, but they got things and they make it think like that, but they can't do nothing but put a Band-Aid on something. And I'm here to tell you, it's time to be responsible. It's time to start taking care of things. It's time to start understanding what credit, understanding what's credit, how important your credit. They got people that live in, they don't even have a house, been living in Texas all these years. Never had their own. But you will look at them and you were like, ooh, they would, and they lying on here. And the point is, you're not affecting the people on the internet, you're affecting your children. Because see, they see and they hear and they touch it, and they're going to follow that same route. Just like you ain't paid your student loan, they don't get it, they ain't going to pay them because you ain't never made addressed it. You going to what's important to them is the clothes, the jewelry on their butt. They ain't going to buy no assets because you ain't got no assets. And see, I know people want to hear this, keep you going too hard, but it's time out for the BS. It's time to get real and go back to the day, because back in the days, man, you had it or you didn't. This credit system came in and blew your mind, and people can get on here and fake and all that with credit. I'm telling you, you look at them there, you might see them taking a trip, you might say, man, they don't. I'm telling you, they don't have it. They can't repair their cars. And it's time out for that. That's what's happening. The world is changing, man. You got to have some skills. You got to have some understanding. You got to get in line, and family is going to come. Oh, you're going to be taken. Because this world is run on family. This world is created, families run this world. And the right family come in and taking and taking and taking, and you ain't got nothing for them? No, we can't have that no more. We can't have that happening anymore.
So while we're going over this, but I'm just saying, loan rehabilitation, default resolution group, basically make 9 payments on time. You're gonna pay. They'll remove your default standards permanently, right? Okay? A loan consolidation, choose a new repayment option. Excuse me. All this stuff, new loan terms. I mean, again, I'm not gonna play it with you. If you receive a notice to intent to garnish, act immediately. Don't ignore it, act immediately. Now, why am I bringing this? This actually, you should look into loan forgiveness again for income-driven, teacher loan forgiveness, Perkins loan cancellation, total and permanent disability discharge. Some of y'all have been in some accident. Public service loan forgiveness, okay? Now, what is public service? You're going to be working at the national parks. You're going to be working at schools in the hood. You're going to be working, all them places, right? You get the point. Don't make me drag it out. My whole point is you're going to have to face it and figure out something, because ignoring it won't work. I remember a lady called Dave Ramsey, and she was from the Philippines, and some brother had married her and brought her to New York, and she told Dave Ramsey they were going to make a $30K, I think 45 years work. And he was like, what are y'all both working? She's like, yeah, we're both working. And I worked 2 part-time jobs. And he was like, what is going on? And she said, basically, she looked in the trash one day, and there was all this, I think from Morehouse, that's the craziest part. For Morehouse, basically he owed all like 100,000 or more of student loan debt and wasn't paying it. And then when she confronted about it, he got mad. And Dave Ramsey's like, look, the host said it, not Dave Ramsey, but it was essentially, you thought you was getting a meal ticket coming to America to go live in New York City with this brother, right? And he thought he was just getting a wife and it was going to make everything better in his life. You both tricked each other, right? So y'all both need to get serious, pay this debt down, but he has to face the debt. And when I heard that, I want people to realize there are people who go their whole life and live like that. They have their whole life like, anyway, ignore, keep going. Again, that's why y'all be telling me, like, the cost of living so high. I'm like, as long as your rent paid, your car's paid, and you got insurance on the car, you're good. And your phone, your cell phone. Everything else after that is not an emergency and it's not essential. I know people don't want to hear that, but they're not essential. It'd be nice, but they're not essential. He even put AmeriCorps on here in military service. Borrowers defense to repayment, closed school discharge. I mean, look all these up. I mean, it's important. But basically, a lot of people are going to be on here, crying, gnashing of teeth because, it's Donald Trump's fault. They didn't pay their loan in 10 years. Somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's. Now, again, let me show you this. Let me get over here. The video while we're going over this. Let's break it down again. I just told you about business.
So he said we got to take care of we got to take care of student loans. We got to take care of student loans. I know it's tough. Things are tough right now, but you got to get ahead of it. I've done it. I know, and made a way. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit in there and pray, hope of the Most High, take care of it. You got to be intentional about it. And like I said, it also talk about, people say, well, I'm gonna go invest. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tell you, man. I honestly would take care of my debt. That's how I did. I'm just showing you a way. Being intentional, put your head in the sand, man. Go and get you whatever you got to do, a second job or whatever, to be intentional. But no one is going to save you. Nobody's coming here to do that. You got to save yourself. And saving yourself is coming with a plan and building that relationship with your family. You're getting tight with your family and wonder why the Most High brought us together, to put together, work together, build together, create together. Like my grandmother's house, my cousins, we getting together. It's our responsibility. That's economics right there. They let that house go. No, we responsible. I don't care what the generation before did. We are responsible. We all ate at that house. We all slept at that house. We had dinners at that house. I'm talking about, man, carried us through. Like, again, that was the meeting place. And if you didn't come, my grandmother was calling you. Well, I ain't seen you in a while. You better hang the phone, slam that phone on. That means you better get over here and see. But we don't have that anymore. You got everybody trying to take and get over. Like crab in the book, it's really fits that you see that people borrow money, won't give it back. My family, no. My family, you did that, it's gonna be a call. If you did that, it ain't gonna just be you. The grandmother, or cousin, uncle gonna call. Hey man, I heard what you did. You can't do that in my family. We got a problem. We come knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? But I come from a big family. I'm from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna handle it accordingly. But I just see people. I tell my wife, she got her family. And I don't understand it. They're mostly women, but I see other people's family, and I'm a loss for words and stuff. But again, people are raised different. Not judging them. I'm just saying hey, that's how y'all move. But I can make a phone call. Me and my family, we gonna make especially the men in my family. We make a phone call. We gonna come together as men. And see, people think something wrong with that. My family, I got men that my son, they know, hey, they call, hey, this your cousin. They like, but hey, if he called, man, you better get in, hey, Uncle, cousin Walter, cousin Uncle Vayma, cause they gonna get in line. They know all the names. So my wife, if something happened to me, my wife gonna call them. They ain't calling none of our friends, none of her friends' husband. They gonna call my family with our line already in line. Who to call? To know. We got to get back to that, man. I'm telling you, if you aren't there on that island by yourself, man, where your family? Where your people's at? I'm telling you, learn some things, man. So we got to get back there, man. Fathers in your life, you get it started. These mothers out there talking about the kids, man. Hey, my dad. Let me say this. Let me get it done.
That's the responsibility on you.
My dad used to come get us every summer, man. I remember, and my cousin told me one day, it's family. Let me show you something. And I was talking, I'm a kid. I'm like, man, my dad, he come get us in the summer. Mom emotion said, well, man, he just come get us in the summer. He said, man, at least he come get you in the summer. You know how many people dad don't come get them in the summer? Your dad come get y'all the whole summer. You swim in the pool, you tell him all this stuff. At least I'm a kid, made me realize, like, he's right. See, that being grateful, understand, but that took somebody to tell me to open my eyes, somebody that loved me and said, man, you're looking at it wrong. But nobody can't tell you nothing because you think you know it, you're not drowning. You're in that barrels, you're drowning. And somebody, see, these days, people can't tell you nothing. You looking on the internet, looking for other people that give you this hope and dream and prayer, they telling you wrong. So next thing we're going to talk about, like, if you had $30,000, what your family would do about it. But let's see, what would you do? What would you do if you had $30,000? I know what y'all would do, but I'm going to let you see what they do. I know people that would, friends of mine what they would do with it. But
it's super dumb.
Let's see.
It's super dumb. It's super dead. You know what I'm saying? When the economy shifts, and in the all this, and I've talked about this for years at this point on this channel, it's economic when it comes down to it. A lot of the stuff you're hearing from our community and other communities is lack. It's financial lack. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing a lot of financial lack. That's what you're hearing, right? You're hearing, I'm struggling, I'm upset, I'm not getting the woman I want, I'm not getting the life. That's why they're promoting so hard. I'm gonna go to Columbia, I'm gonna go to Medellin, I'm gonna go down here so I have $250 rent. But they don't have the skills. I peeped some of Diamond Dave's stuff today while I was outside walking about people wanting to slide by with like no skills, or like, hey, how can I get into housing with no money? How can I get to flip a real estate with no money? How can I do this with bad credit, no money? I'm homeless in a shelter. You know, these kind of like videos where you're like, how can I make $5,000? And I quit making those because I realized you attract a person who really, they don't want to work. They don't want to study. They don't want to improve themselves. I had to argue with one of my cousins earlier about 30K. Their friends getting the 30K because their grandpa died. And every sibling is getting 30K because he wrote it up in the contract and the insurance. So they were already trying to plan how they're going to do this massive flipping with 30K. I said, maybe you're not. I really hate to break it to you. 30K, as a person who's been in business 15 years and they're giving me pushback, I'm like, baby, 30K, you can go hard on one thing. That may be you owning a home. That may be you paying off all your debts. That may be you leveraging to buy some rural land somewhere and then you can do something with that land later, or with the 30K. That could be you buying a trailer or two. That could be you, acquiring somebody's. I mean, you could do digital real estate, of course, if they're thinking like that, but they're not. You want to get a food truck and do all this, over the top stuff, and I'm like, baby, it's 30K. And I know people like, Ericka, that's rude. You're saying ain't no money. It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
If they go on vacation twice,
it's gone.
And come back and pay their bills, get themselves a little break, that 30K will be gone. If they, let me correct myself. If they do summer vacation, I say 3 times, and they put money into one project, that money be gone. Now somebody gonna come here, no, Ericka, you don't know what you're talking about. I know how to manage $20,000 to last a whole year because I'm a hermit and I live in my grandma's basement. Cool, y'all want to do that argument? Go ahead. I'm not gonna fight you on it. I just know as a person who, if you want to sit here on this phone, if you gave, I'm gonna be careful how I say this. Somebody gonna come back and play this clip on me. If you gave somebody 30K and they had no entanglements, they didn't have a car payment, they have nothing really tying them here, and they say, Ericka, I'm gonna go leave and go down to Colombia, I'm gonna go to Belize or Panama, I'm gonna go to Bali for the next 6 months a year, and every day, I'm being really honest, every day hit this internet. I'm talking about digital real estate. I'm talking about creating Canva, creating clips, doing social media, like every day, because that's what they're really doing. If you pay attention to these guys that go run overseas, I'm going over here because women are bad. They on YouTube every day for 8 to 9, 10 hours a day, talking to you about being over there, but they not really living it. Right? Like they over there, but they spend 8 to 9 hours a day on YouTube doing 9-hour hangouts, arguing with people online. Baby, you in a whole nother country. Why ain't you outside salsa dancing, learning how to cook, learning how to speak Spanish, learning how to do stuff? Because they don't have no money. And to get the money, they got to be online all day. So when people sit here and try to argue about what the 30K do, I'm like, 30K only gonna do so much.
So much.
But you're in a country that's overflowing with money. And that's why people get mad. They get mad because that's very divisive, and they think a lump sum of money gonna change their situation. But if you get a lump sum of money in your credit bag, you ain't paid your taxes, you ain't getting a bunch of stuff, your car payment's behind, everything's behind. By the time you catch yourself up, you don't use half the money, or at least 1/4 of the money. That's all I'm just trying to say. I started a video late. My first house in 2008 was 4%.
What he just said is true. $30,000 ain't no money. And I'm gonna tell you this third. I'm gonna let you go. I had a guy that I started a business. He worked at a brick company, and he helped me start my business. And I remember I used to go to jobs. I'm finding jobs 7,000, 10,000. He used to tell me, "Keith, that ain't no money." And I'm like, "Man, what you mean that ain't no money? It ain't no money, brother. 15,000, 20, ain't no money." We used to go out to eat. He go steak dinner. He order all this food. Me and my wife, bring your wife. And I'm like, "Man, nah, man, that's a lot." He said, "Brother, that ain't no money." I remember he went to a gas station. He had a check for $100-some thousand. He went to the gas station and cashed the check. They charged him 20-some% on the check. He come out with a brown paper bag full of money. And I'm saying, "Man, you can't." He said, "That ain't no money, brother. I need this. I got to go." And the crazy thing about it, me and my wife used to be around him, and we got to hang out. He bought a boat. He used to pay his docking fee for the boat at the time was $1,200 a month. I'm like, "Man, my mortgage is that." He docked his boat there for $1,200 a month. He just said again, "Keith, that ain't no money." We was go on the boat, go on a sneaky piece, I think, and hang out. They tie all the boats together and all that party. We used to party, had a good time, and got to experience those things. But being around that, seeing that, hearing that, me and my wife said, "Now we laughed, that ain't no money." And when we started realizing there was no money, the money started coming. And see, what it means when you know when the money starts coming, do you know what to do with the money? Most people going to hold on to it, save it, put it on their mattress, and pinch it before you know it be gone. What I do is just another way. I pay all my debts off. Hey, I'm going to take that money and pay. I'm going to start over. I don't care what nobody say. Well, invest now. I don't know nothing about no investment. I don't know nothing because I'm trying to, I know I need to get out this debt. I'm going to pay all my stuff out, and I'm going to start over, and I'm going to study. I get a do-over. I did it. I'm going to go learn business. I'm going to learn how to make this money work for me. I got all this extra money now. I can go play with it. I can go stack it. But when you don't know what a lot of money is, I'm telling you, that's why you ain't got out your situation. You don't know what a lot of money is. And now this stuff is economic. And like I said, this stuff with Trump doing, man, it's going to hurt a lot of people. But you can get out. You're in the best place you can be in. But they tell you America this, America that, it's the best place to make money. But are you willing to go do what it takes to make it? Are you willing to go do what it takes to dig yourself out that hole? Because nowhere else, in other country, you could not. If you had $100,000 student loan, you could not dig yourself out of that. But you can here. You can. It's a way. And I'm telling you, you can, in a way, you might have to put your head down. It might take you 2, 3, 5, 4, 5 years. It don't matter. But when you get out of it, I promise you that you will be better and you will become a different person. That's why I tell you, you got to be, do, and have. You got to become and do another person. See, the blessing is you wake up every day that you can do better. You have a chance to be better than you was yesterday. You have a chance to do better than yesterday. And you have a chance to have dominion on whatever you do. That's what it's all about. But who are you listening to? Who are you around? You got people that just want to shine for the day, make they look good, faking like that, or do you want to live a lifetime like that? Because you got a short time in this world. But see, you're not just affecting you, you're affecting your children. I ain't talking about no generation. Well, I'm just saying the stuff, the magnitude of what you teaching you, because most kids see what you do and they do the same thing. So what if you reverse that? Ain't no student loan, because I've been around people that don't have to do student loan. I've been around, if you did get a student loan, you got to pay it right there. And I raised someone like that. I know what they do. I talk to them, hey, you want to pay that student loan? You do your part. Well, this is what, you do your part, then the Most High going to do his part. All you can do, that's, and it happens just like that. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. I'm telling you what the beginning, but somebody going to tell you, don't worry about it, pay it out. Don't be responsible. You don't understand my situation. It ain't no situation. My daughter said, hey, my responsibility, that's it. Now go take care of it. First off, that little student loan, my daughter, that ain't no money. But in her mind, it's money. No, what you gonna do to go take it? You don't want to be on, because most people, y'all don't want to be in teachers, don't want to, hey, I got to go get a second job. I'm going to work on the weekend. I'm going to, whatever you, that's what you got to do. I'm going to get a better skill. You might have to let that car go. You went got that car. You knew you had the student loans and all that stuff. You like, but you paying that car note. But I mean, the lady told me, people told me she was on Section 8. They told me I can't have a car. I said, how are they gonna tell you can't have a car? Then she told me, well, what kind of car you got? Well, at the time, a $600 car note. I said, no, they didn't say you can't have a car. You ain't supposed to have no $600 car note on Section 8. It's getting real. Back in the day, you can work at Diamond Day said he was right. You can work at a customer service, MCI, all them jobs you can work to make your sales and make your money. All them companies gone. You can work at AT&T, T-Mobile, all them different customer service. Them times now, no, you got to get some skills. You got to get a plan, and you got to get with your family. You can go out there on your own island. You can go out there. I've been in the military. I've been around. I've been around people. See, people, you should have been talking. They left Texas, took a couple of trips out to the state, ain't been nowhere, don't honor you, and try to tell you something, and I'm telling you. People don't move. I don't move when they meet jobs, when they go to jobs and they got a better paying job. I don't travel to go work somewhere else, to go get the money. But you will sit in your home and sit in your house and say, I don't know. God gonna make a way. And it shows you, but you ain't ready. You ain't ready for the opportunity. You ain't even trying to get the opportunity. And you're gonna have to listen to what I'm telling you. You're gonna have to do something different now. You're forced to do something different now. This is not what keep telling you. This is what's happening. That's why I was saying back then. 2 years ago, I was saying get your credit straight. Save you some money. Get yourself out of debt. This is just the way what's coming now. Now they put you on this extra money. Now your debt to income down. Now your credit score going down. Now you can't get a home. Now the houses are too high. Now when the opportunity comes, the rates go down. You can't buy no home. But you got a car. You look good. Then that car break down. That BMW Mercedes break down. See, instead of surviving, we're trying to get to a thriving mindset, man. I know people worked at a job, but my partner worked at a job home, but he's been working there 20 years, man. I say, man, if I can get, we don't work, no companies don't give you no 20 years no more. Him and his wife together and got their kids. They working hard together, man. Family. Our community got away from family. We looking at somebody else. You don't know what my mom, you don't understand this. Family. It ain't the only person, but family. And not going with your hands out asking somebody to give you something. Is it a way? I need a way. I ain't giving no money. I'm giving away. Might not be the way you want, but it's a way. A different way. A different way of doing things. You're going to do it their way. They just told you 15% or you going to come. See, that's a way. They're going to let you make a choice or they're going to do it their way. And a lot of more things about to happen their way. But you're going to be proactive, not reactive to it. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a different way. Is that you can't keep doing the same. This world is changing, and y'all not even seeing it, man. People are not. And the reason I know because I'm looking at, I'm hearing people talk. It's changing. You're not aware that when it change, what happened? You ain't reading, you ain't studying, you ain't being, and you're not applying. And that's what we need to be doing: reading, studying, and applying. You need to be teaching your kids, family. And see, they'll say, I'm controlling. Oh, you controlling, you this. Because I know it ain't nothing personal. You just don't know the way. You just don't understand. You know, you're not used to that because you're not used to family. You're not used to family coming in and doing that. You used to being chaos. You used to being hate, envy, and jealousy. You used to be causing chaos. Bringing other people down. You used to be in the crab in the bucket. That's what you used to, your family is. That's why you by yourself. But you got to renew your mind. I can't change it. Remember, the man said in the beginning, you gonna have to renew you gonna have to change. Nobody else can change. You have the ability to change that and do better. Be better, have better. Be better, do, and have. And you have the ability. And it might take you a while. But now you're gonna be forced. You're gonna be riding off in a nice car like you want to. You're gonna be forced. I tell my wife that I'm always trying to be here. Yes, I'm always playing for my kid. Yes, we got a mother, we got all this stuff going on. We went to the car dealership yesterday. My daughter and them get some parents. She just bought a car, and my wife, her dream car is what's the Mercedes truck? G-Wagon. It was one parked right in the thing. 2023, $140,000. She get inside of it. I said, get in there and take pictures of it. She in that side of it, like, man, it's my dream. I said, what you willing to do to get that car? See, what you doing right now ain't gonna get that car. See, I'm not gonna tell you can't have that car. What we willing to do to get that car? How will you? What kind of studying? What kind of reading and studying and applying that you really did to get that? Because you can have it. If you want, we can set it up. No matter what nobody else say. No matter what people think. But what do you want? The numbers, you can sit up and talk. I done did the numbers already. I don't want the 23, the 18, 77,000. What you willing to do? I ain't denying nothing from you, baby. I know what we get. You deserve it. What you would. So you know what we got to do? Then I took my son and went back with my son and my son. I say, listen to me. See what your mama want? I don't need y'all to get it. I just need y'all to do what I tell you to do so I don't have to worry about y'all. I need you and you to do your work so I don't have to take for mine to give it to y'all when I can give it to her. This is what it's about. Getting your family. Getting my daughter order. We need you to take care of you. Stand on your own so you won't take from me, man. So, because I know your mama love you, know, women different. Now they're going to come, well, we ain't giving nothing. I need y'all to stand up as men and take care of your stuff. We here, hey, bring your kids over, watch them, help you together, work as a family, build together. But I need you to stand up for hold your own, so we can have ours. Because ain't nobody else going to knock us out of stool. We ain't let no friends, no family, no people that we don't, but the kids can knock you off our stool. That's what I said. You don't. I took them back there to show them. This is what your mama want. And I don't need you to get it. I can get it. But I just don't need no interference. I don't need you come here, that. Nah, I don't need to hear that. Police pull, hey, I need to talk to my dad. Don't talk to nobody. Hey, the police pull you over, you're in school getting in trouble, I want my daddy. I ain't talking to nobody but my daddy. I don't care what you say I did. I want to talk to my daddy. Stop. End of it. I want my lawyer. Stop. No conversation. Till we get together as a family and figure this out together. So you guys too long, give it to your husband, give it to your spouse, and figure it out, man, and say, well, how we going to add this, how we going to attack this, and that's what do planning, man. A lot of this stuff is just planning, common sense and being responsible. We had a group of friends that told us we were responsible. It's time for you to be, you forced to be responsible now. And let's see, man, I was telling my wife, let's see if these men, and that's what I'm telling, I'm calling all black men, let's see if these black men going to stand up and figure, because most black women have student loans, they say. They highest rate, they're high professional, so they got the student loans. So now, that means you black men that stand by side your woman, that you look at, are you going to take care of that? Or you going to stand up and say, baby, don't worry about it. That's what you need, make you feel, I'm going to take care of that for you. We're going to find a way. We're going to make this happen. Above average, you know what I'm saying? So you can get mad at me, all that. It's a standard. We need to start setting standards and start taking care of things, addressing things, man. We need to address that. You know, it's just a way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the way, that's cool. You know, I understand it. I'm not people. Hey, I ain't moving like that. This is what I'm doing in my home. Like say, so I might be somebody at home. They say, "Keith, you gonna buy your wife what? G-Wag, man. You know, but that, hey, that's my standard. But I know the numbers. I know what I got to do. I know I can't pay that. Hey, we're gonna start the bitch. She know what we got to do. It's already wrote down. You wouldn't do that because I don't plan. I go write down the numbers. You can't tell me something because I'm a doer. I'm a solution. I tell my son that, hey, we solve problems here. We ain't managing nothing. We leaders. We find a way. It's just another way. And I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody but her. You know what I'm saying? I got to look in her eyes. I got to look. My boy, like I said, they see and hear and touch. So when they see daddy made, hey, we have no choice but to do what we're supposed to do. It's the way. We don't know no other way. Now, you want to do your way and say, hey, I'm going to get that Honda card and be all that. That's your way. You know what I'm saying? That's cool for you. You want to be in debt, you want to get you Mercedes or BMWs and ride and they break down. You can't, that in faith, that's your way. And then remember I had a standard. I told them my standard is to pay cash. That's a way. If I don't pay, I'm gonna put half of down, but it will be paid off 3 years. It's a way. It's standard. If I put half down, it gotta be paid off in 3 years. That's a way. It might not be your way. But what are you willing to do it? And you look at the numbers. Women lie and men lie, but the numbers don't lie. And then another way, that business got to pay for it. It's a way. Are you willing to find a way? Are you saying, man, that's too much money? That ain't no money. That ain't no money. But anyway, hey man, let's get these student loans. Let's get back with the family. Let's make a way. Let's find a way to make this stuff work. I got, went too long. Yeah, let's find another way. A lot of you going the wrong way, man. A lot of you need to take you and say, hey, we're not going that way no more. A lot of you got some leaders, got some husbands following you, and we can't go that way. A lot of you husbands following their wives, you got to say, you're going to have to put your foot down and sit down and say, and it's going to be uncomfortable. I had to do it, man, wife, we still have uncomfortable conversations. Because you love the kids. You're like, hey, That's not the way. Let's write it out. Let's see how we figure this out together. Find a way, a better way. I had to get these kids, hey, I need you to get a job. You got your cars now, gas, toll, all this stuff, cell phones, hey, all this stuff comes with that. Responsibility. And you got to pay it on time. We pay our credit cards off that. That's the hate when they do it. So responsibility. It starts in the home. Economics starts in the home. And it's a standard. And I'm saying no, nothing against none of y'all is a standard. And my first set of 2 kids, I tell them, I get them now, hey, I black me and your mama didn't know. You still got married young, but now they don't make excuse for these 3. It's a standard. But like you said, if a grown person, I can't do nothing. But I'm saying some of these kids might be hearing this, and some of you might say, hey, you know, I do want that. It's a way. And you looking at these people on the internet, they just trying to find them. I'm telling you, it's a way. It's a way, and it works. But getting out of debt, getting your debt to income down, not just thinking about yourself. I tell my wife all the time, my wife had no debt, don't have nothing to hold on because we got a plan. Hey, this is what you want. We're gonna separate the kids. It's just a plan. See, it don't matter. Like my brother might have another plan. My cousin, that's their plan, but this is our plan. And daily we keep at it. It may take us a decade. It might take us 10 years to get this finished. It might take us 20, but it's our plan. Picking at it, going at it every day, working on it, grinding. I did it. I paid off student loan. I paid off my kids, my son's parent plus loan, my student loan, my wife's student loan. We done the thing. And I'm telling you, you can do it. But you got to be intentional. You got to be serious. You got to get together, especially if you got a spouse, and get together. This will tell you right now, it's really you and your husband on the same page. This is going to start some stuff, but it's important to you to get right and be responsible. Or ain't you tired of faking? Ain't you tired of faking on trips going stuff and you don't have it? It's time to be responsible. It's time to, hey, fix the family woes. Hey, we need the wife, help the kids, get them in order. We don't have it. We don't have it. But we can't. You got to do something. We got to come up with a better plan. So that's it. I thank y'all for listening. I'll put this on the blind truth. We'll see how far it go. But hey, Trump gonna do what the government gonna do what the government do. Nobody here to save you. People gonna life keep on. Ain't nobody apologizing to you. Ain't nobody gonna come and say pull you. You gotta find out your own. But you gotta find your way. You gotta find your way through all this maze. Now, I ain't mean to getting over on people, around people that, hey, that ain't the way me, but it's a better way. Sooner or later, you ain't gonna be able to beg nobody for no money. You ain't gonna be able to get on this internet and beg nobody for money to pay your bills or do you this and all that. That stuff is leaving, man. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is drying up for a reason. And you all alone on the island, you better go fix that with your family now. You better go get them address those things now. They gonna forgive you, but they ain't gonna forget. But that's good. You the one got to get right. You the one got to show up. Humble yourself. I ain't telling you go use them, but family's important. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all figure it out. If it ain't time to get, keep my mama there. You got brothers, sisters, whatever. Figure it out. It take time. It might take years, but at least you, forget what they did. You be the one. You be the bigger person. And watch how I help you. Watch how your life change. So let's get back with this family. Let's get back to being responsible. Let's get back to being intentional. Let's read, study, and apply. It's time to start reading, studying, and applying. It's time to find another way. You have some money, man, go take care of your debt. That debt didn't come. That would matter. See, that matter and fixing your credit. See, that matter. Paying off, getting that debt down, that matters. And it matters to teach your kids that. It's a lesson. I tell my kids all the time, this is the best part. Bad or whatever, I'm going to teach you something. That's a lesson right here, be done. Let me show you something. They like, oh, Dad, now I got to show you. I got to show you. So, that's it. Let's go, man. Let's get better. Let's go address it. Call the people. You got the student loans, man. Call to get ahead of it. Don't procrastinate. Don't postpone the stuff. Take care of it, man. Find a way. Find a way. Live under your means. It might, like I say, go put your hand in the sand. It might take you 2, 3 years, 5 years. But I'm telling you, man, once you got that off your back, man, you get that monkey. Listen to me. That's what I'm going to say. When I got that monkey, me and Mom, we got that monkey off our back, man, for real. It was like, okay. You start seeing that credit score going up. You start seeing that debt to income now. You start saying, okay. I can start putting more money in my investments. I can start now. It start moving faster now. It's a different feeling then. It ain't no monkey on your back. I'm telling you. So when you start addressing it, it will help you. I'm just telling you that. Address it will. And I know it might not seem, it might be overwhelming, but it will be. I'm telling you. Once you get that off your back, what I want for Christmas, what I want for my birthday, what I want for my anniversary, that's what I be saying. I want this off. Me being intentional. Go listen to Dave Ramsey shows. Now I used to listen to Dave Ramsey. Now they ever agree with everything, but go listen to people that done it, man. They paying off $400, $500 debt. Go listen to them and get motivated. Put yourself around people. Stop being around them people. Going outside all the time costs. You got to go there. Hey, stop dealing with those people and go say, man, I got something to take care of because this is where I want to be in 5 years. Sit down with your kids. This is what I want to be about. Stop depending on your kids and stuff. Thinking your kids, they ain't going to, just tell them, I just need y'all to take y'all ass out of trouble instead of, because I need to get here. This is what I'm doing. It's for me. Because I don't want y'all to have to take care of me. So, that's it, man. Thank y'all for listening. Have a good day on this Monday. I know, hit the like button. I didn't even say that. Hit the like button, subscribe. Hit the like button, share, share this. And again, no shots out to everybody, but I've been where you at, man. I lost everything, been in debt, recover, and bought multiple homes, and real estate and this thing, but business, and just lost. It's lost again. I'm just telling you, when you got a plan, you know where you're going, have a plan of action, that makes a difference right there. And you believe, and you put yourself around people that understand it, they're gonna cheer you on, motivate you. That's it. They're gonna be down and say, oh, I know where you at tonight. That's it. Y'all have a good day, man. Thank you.